Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this today's webinar series. Agenda is now monitoring and documentation. I think everybody aware about the project management, I believe. Controlling and monitoring is also, as once Peter Drucker said, if you cannot measure it, you cannot change it. That is the quotation of Peter Drucker. It's very much out for today's competitive sector. That is especially construction sector is very competitive, as well as the very price sensitive as well. If you cannot control the project, if you cannot control the budget of the project, if you cannot control time of the project, it will unnecessarily adding more overheads for any company. To today's market like this, today market is, you can say, less buyers, more sellers. In such scenario, if you are able to control or if you're able to monitor certain things in a project, especially execution, unless you measure it properly as well as monitor properly, whatever you measure, whatever you monitor, you should document it properly. So today, let us say drone is one of the tools for it. So today we are going to learn about the monitoring and documentation with our trainer, Mr. Sumit Krishnan. Sumit, please carry on, please. Sumit?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir,
for please carry on.
Introducing me to take the session forward.
Yeah.
I'll just share my screen. Please confirm when it is available. The screen available?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Sumit Krishnan, and a very good afternoon to one and all. I welcome each one of you to the technical session of webinar 3 under the webinar series from India Drone Academy and Construction Skill Development Council of India. Today, the topic of discussion will be monitoring and documenting progress with drones. So this is our follow-up of our previous 2 webinars, where we have already discussed about pre-construction, site review and planning with drones. And we have also covered the basic introductory knowledge on drones in webinar 1, where we have discussed the benefits of using drones in construction industry. So let us proceed with this, focusing on how the drones can be helpful if we use it in our construction project work during monitoring and documenting progress. This is the agenda on the screen. I started to initiate this session with a short introductory information on different phases involved in any construction project. So first we will have a look overview on the different phases that comprises any construction project work. Then what are the requirements and challenges of the construction phase, and how this progress monitoring phase is one of the important stage during the construction phase of any construction project work. Then we will move on to compare how the traditional progress monitoring method is comparable or where it lacks when we use drones for the same purpose. Then we will narrow down our interest specifically to understand how the data which is collected by the drones are useful for construction progress monitoring work. If you will note down the phases of construction project, there are basically 5 important phases. One is the initiation. Initiation means when you have an idea in your mind and you want to start planning your project. So it involves the idea and planning. Then the second phase, the important phase, is the pre-construction phase, where a project manager has to do the pre-construction site review, and then he should prepare the land before starting with the actual construction on the field. Then the third important phase of any construction project is the procurement phase, where you uh, uh, make the orders of materials, raw materials that would be required for your construction work. Then the fourth important phase in the construction project is the construction phase. And this current topic comes under this construction phase, where we will discuss about monitoring progress with drones. And any construction project, after the construction is completed, it ends with the post construction phase. So let us understand what are the requirements of the construction phase. The project that is already designed is to be delivered by the contractor, same as it is designed. It is the project contractor, or you can say project manager, who is responsible for the implementation of quality control process at the construction field. The third important requirement in the construction phase is enforcement of strict safety protocols. Why these strict safety protocols are required to be implemented? Because construction sites are always susceptible for the uncertainties like accidents, or maybe sometimes the deaths of the laborers, the workers who are working in the construction field. So the strict safety protocols should be implemented. There should not be any communication gap between the project stakeholders. Stakeholders means the investors, the end user. And if there is any change or modification that is done in the original plan, that should be effectively implemented during the construction phase without delay. Because if there is a delay, the overall budget of the construction project will increase. So these on your screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 points are the important requirements of any construction phase in the construction project work. Now, when a project engineer wants to meet these requirements, there are some challenges that he faces. What are those challenges? First challenge is to get a skilled labor. If the laborers are not skilled, automatically the progress will slow down. A project should meet all the regulatory requirements. Sometimes there are chances that the construction project work may cross the budget due to unexpected expenses. Like sometimes there may be a chances of repeated works. Some work is done and it is not acceptable, then again the work has to be repeated. So that also increases the overall budget. If the design changes that required to be implemented are identified very late, then also it will affect the cost and the timings of every team. Because during construction work, there is not only one team who is working, there are several teams who are working together. So if one team delays their work, the schedule of all of the team will get affected. And maintenance of the inventory records, this is the another challenge, because every time you have to order the raw materials, and you have to track whether the raw materials available on the site is enough or not. So these all things, and a record of all the important machineries that are available on the sites, that all things needs to be recorded in the inventory. These are the challenges of the construction phase. If we talk about the construction progress monitoring specifically, which is our topic today. During construction phase, construction progress monitoring is a very important stage that ensures that all the challenges must be overcome so that the requirements can be met. So during construction progress monitoring, what does it mean? Is it just about tracking the activities of the laborers who are working on the site? Is it just all what construction progress monitoring means? I will say no. If you will try to get into the detail of this term, construction progress monitoring, actually it involves many things within it, which we shall discuss today, and how the drones can help a construction project engineer to effectively do this construction progress monitoring. This construction progress monitoring is about weekly or monthly site assessment. And this assessment is done to ensure that whichever the work is completed matches well with the plan and design that has already done in the previous phases. Okay. So in this construction progress monitoring, how the assessment will be done? A project engineer had to visit the site and he will verify what is the level of work that is existing, that is done, and he will also inform all the investors about the progress. Okay, and information is not like just on the telephone calls. There is a well documented procedure which he has to prepare. He has to prepare a proper documentation after his visit, and he has to share this with the project engineer, with the investors, with the end user, with everyone. He has to share the progress report. So let us move ahead. This project engineer who had to visit the site for construction progress monitoring, he will observe the construction work, he will establish the level of completion, he will report the construction changes. If in case he finds that there is some structure that is not constructed as per the design plan, he has to identify that and he will report it in his record, in his report. It is the project engineer who also have to make inventory report as well. Inventory report, that means status of all the stored materials. There are some raw materials that are always getting purchased for the construction work. Those raw materials to be recorded. He also has to note down all the active machineries on the site that are functioning, because those all are very costly items. So proper inventory is required. And then it is the same project engineer who also have to ensure that the quality control measures have been taken and these are implemented. Okay. So what is the difference between the traditional method of progress monitoring and a drone based progress monitoring? Let us compare. The traditional method of progress monitoring involves that a project engineer should walk through the sites on foot, through the entire site, each corner. And this particular thing may take multiple hours or sometimes few work days also, if he wants to make the report complete. And sometimes there are chances that he may miss some of the sections of the construction site, because those sites may not be accessible to him. Like he can be just on the ground. He cannot climb the unsafe structure and he will try to identify if the structures are well fixed or not. So he cannot go to the top of the unsafe structures. So these all things, these all limitations will always not allow the report to become a comprehensive report. That report will definitely not be a very complete report. It will lack a lot of information of the construction site. Also, because he is taking multiple hours and sometimes multiple days to do this progress monitoring, and then after this he has to prepare the progress report, and then that progress report is to be shared with each investors. You all can imagine how much time consuming this process is going to be for him. So this will delay sharing the progress report. And in construction, during the construction activities, if the construction progress is not well communicated on time to every team and every investors, then this soon becomes the old news, which will not definitely be not be much helpful. So there is a limitation that he should be faster in his approach of sharing the progress report. So you can just understand that traditional methods of progress monitoring involves lot of drawbacks. I have tried making in short a little summary where we can directly compare traditional method with a drone based progress monitoring, because traditional method of progress monitoring involves manual inspection, so it has a limited coverage. You cannot cover the entire site, because sometimes the construction site may be a large scale site, like for example, you are making a bridge and the bridge flyover is the flyover is running few kilometers following the road. So definitely you cannot do this type of inspection on foot. So it has a limited coverage. But drone based progress monitoring has a wide coverage. No matter if your site is 2 kilometers long, the construction project flyover is 2 kilometers long, no problem. Drone can very easily can cover this in a very less time. Also, it is time consuming, traditional method, and there are some safety concerns. And when you use the drones does not has a limitation of that safety of it does not compromise with the safety of the workers. Okay, using drones, you need not to force the workers to walk across the unsafe structures. Traditional methods are expensive. However, the drone based progress monitoring methods are less expensive. Traditional methods may involve some human error, and sometimes the defects may not be properly addressed. However, using drones, there is a chances that you will detect the defects much early. So these are the and also through drones you are having a photo documentation, and photo documentation is has a lot of importance than just verbal and text information. So we can see the benefits of using drones for construction progress monitoring. It can help us in data collection. It saves the time. It increases the profitability. It reduces the risk factors. It ensures the quality control inspections. It also allows you to measure the stockpiles and asset inventory record. And also the drone usage for progress monitoring allows you to complete your documentation. When I'm talking about data collection using drones are capable of collecting large amount of data that is not traditionally possible by just capturing with the eyes and documenting everything on the report. Okay, drone data is of multiple types. It will take photos of the site, which will show you the progress of construction. drones will capture the videos, very clear, high definition videos, which will allow a complete overview of the infrastructure. Means you are able to capture the infrastructures from any angle, any orientation, from where your manual inspection was not possible. And also drone data can get you a 3D model or the maps of your construction project site, and this will help you in further designing, planning and analysis purpose. The drone can produce orthomosaic maps, lidar scan maps. It can get you a thermal maps. These all maps uh, carries the details which are impossible for any human eye to see. Okay. Thermal maps can alert the project managers if there is a leak or any crack in the foundation by detecting the escaping heat. We can see here, this is one of the building, and this building is captured by a thermal camera drone, where one can see the temperature patterns on the walls of the buildings. So this thermal scanned picture of this building can give you the information about the heat leakage issues. Which are those surfaces that is making the heat to flow off the structure. After the construction, the buildings have one very common issue of roof leaking. Heat escapes from the roof. So these all things can be detected using the thermal cameras. You can see these are some cameras are available on your screen, some pictures, and these all are actually UAV thermal imaging systems. And these all thermal imaging systems can be installed on the at the bottom of your drone. Okay, through this connector. This connector will connect onto the flight control board of your drone. Your drone has a flight controller, and flight controller will allow this connection, which will complete the power circuit for this camera to function. Okay. So what is the benefit of using this thermal imaging systems? These thermal imaging systems on drones will help non-destructive inspections. Okay. These looks very simple, but their results are very beneficial. Many of the construction companies are now taking help of these thermal imaging systems. Believe me, just go through the internet and find out more about the details of the thermal imaging systems of UAVs. UAV means unmanned aerial vehicles. You all know. You have attended the first class, so you all know these terminologies. LiDAR maps is the another type of data which a drone can collect. You can see this building now on the right of your screen. This building is not taken from any RGB normal camera. This is actually a 3D model of the building, and this 3D model of the building is the result from the LiDAR scanning using drones. And what is the benefit of this LiDAR scanned image of the construction building in construction? The advantage of having this kind of model is it can allow you a very accurate measurements. Okay, you can measure the length of the structures that comprises this building, and you can just match with your design layout. And believe me, these can allow a very accurate measurements. I have included this detail. Today, LiDAR imaging is proving to be much more accurate and efficient than traditional 2D survey measurements. So during construction progress monitoring, this kind of data from the drone can be very, very helpful for the project engineers. This is another image of the construction site. The another benefit of using drone for construction progress monitoring is time saving. Drone saves lots of time on inspection and communication. Of course, doesn't matter whether your construction site is a large scale construction site. Your drone can very quickly fly, and it can collect the data and get you in minutes. Okay, it increases the profitability. How it can increase the profitability? Because using the drones, uh, you are also reducing some unnecessary labor on the site. Like for example, you may be using some of the laborers, asking some of the laborers to go at the top of the unsafe structure and do the inspection work. So why to put those workers in the situation of risk when the drone is with you, who can very easily go to that structure and take the complete 3D image of that object, and this can help you reduce uh, the cost of your project. Okay, so I have already discussed with you this point, that it reduces the risk factors, and therefore it improves the safety. Okay, you can see on the right image, the worker is climbing the structures, and it is really very unsafe for him. Sometimes there are many instances where the workers have fallen down to the ground, and they had lost their life. So such things can be definitely avoided if you are using drones in your construction. Okay, quality control inspection, because I have shown you in the during the construction progress monitoring, the quality control inspection is the one of the important responsibility of the project engineer who visit the site. Right, we have seen the responsibilities of the project engineer who had to visit the construction site for progress monitoring. Quality control inspection is one of the important responsibility of him. Using drones, you can easily detect any threats, even the minor cracks and defects uh, which are associated with your buildings. Okay, your construction site. And sometimes these defects are really there's a very high chance these defects can be missed from the ground level. You cannot see that, but drones can get you the information of these minor defects, and therefore it enhances the quality control of your project. And quality control importance, every civil engineers and the persons who are involved in construction knows, because they had to meet the regulatory requirements and compliance. Right, the another next important benefit is measurement of the stockpiles and asset inventory. What is a stockpile? Stockpile is you can say uh, maintaining the stocks of the raw materials that you are using for the construction work. Right, so one can easily the drone can easily calculate through lidar scanning what is the volume of stockpile available with you at the construction site. And it is not just the case. Even during construction progress monitoring, sometimes you want to know, like you have to do some filling and cuttings on the site. Some portion of the ground has to be cut, while some portion of the ground or the land is to be filled. So how much amount of earthwork is required? You all as civil engineers are must be familiar with the earthwork terminology. So how much amount of earthwork is required to be done if you want to do this much of cut on the land? That amount of earthwork can be calculated with the help of these drones. And believe me, drones can get you a very approximate value of the amount of earthwork required. So unnecessarily, you don't have to just go on and start cutting down the lands. You all will know in prior how much amount is to be cut. Documentation. Documentation is when the site visit gets completed, the construction progress monitoring still does not ends, because project engineer has to make a good documentation report. So first of all, because of your drone data, when you are using those drone images in your data documentation, it will make your report very complete. Okay, very complete and very easy to understand. And also all the drone images have geotagged associated with it. Sorry, the sentence is incomplete here, but I can help you in understanding. All the drone images have geotagged associated with it. Geotag means when the drone is taking the images during its flight, those images have latitudes and longitudes coordinates data connected with them. So when you copy those data from your drone, those images, you don't only get the images, you get the latitudes and longitudes of those images as well. So this that is why how a 3D model of the complete exact replica of the site can be created using various photogrammetry softwares like Pix4D. Okay, so this is the importance of geotag with drone images. So overall, we can definitely say this: if we are using the drones for construction progress monitoring, it is helping you with lot of things. You can do the quality control. Okay, you can do the documentation work, right? And we have seen the types of data that it collects are helpful in various ways. It also ensures eliminates the risk of making the workers to walk across unsafe structures, right? And also it has a very wide coverage. Okay, and it is very less time taking, and it is comparatively not that expensive. Believe me, it is not that expensive. Okay, this, if you're using drones, it will help you build a reputation in the construction industry, because these visuals from drone combined with a regular traditional progress report, it becomes overall a powerful tool. And this can develop the strong relationship between the clients, between the investors, and between the management. Okay, so I hope this understanding of how much beneficial the drone is for you for progress monitoring and documentation purpose is very much clear to you. I'll just give you a glimpse of our training academy, and because we are DGCA certified RPTO, so we will just show you how we train the students on various drone applications. We have a glimpse of that our training flying site, and after that I will show you a small video of construction progress monitoring that is done by our company for DSR infrastructure builder site. Okay, so let us have a glimpse of our India Drone Academy facilities first.
Training program designed to help individuals and organizations learn how to operate drones effectively and safely. To become one of the premier and largest drone training academies, drone manufacturer in India, and create a network of drone pilots and entrepreneurs across India. Industry overview globally. The drone analytics market is estimated to be valued at US $2.1 billion in 2022, and is projected to reach $6.5 billion by 2027. According to Frost & Sullivan, drone usage in India within the agriculture market will grow at 38.5%. Changing face of Indian aviation industry. Liberalized new drone policy, 2021. Production-linked incentive scheme, PLI. The Kisan drones. PM's Farmitra Yojana. Our business model. As an academic institution, Drone Academy will create future pilots to serve the growing drone sector requirements. At least 50% of the trained people will be recruited for business opportunities in Drone Academy itself. Next business segment in Drone Academy will be service-based like agriculture, inspection, and surveillance. Drones are also used for precision spraying of crops. Spraying only the areas that need treatment, farmers can reduce pesticide and herbicide use, resulting in a more environmentally friendly and cost-effective approach.
So drones have enormous capabilities to benefit various industries. It is not just construction, it is not just agriculture, it is not just aerial mapping. Various industries are currently getting benefited of this technology.
And a GPS system guides it over the field. Here's how it works.
You must definitely, you all should come forward to scale up yourself so that you can function in this drone technology field.
Inspection using drones has become increasingly popular in recent years due to its efficiency, cost effectiveness, and safety. It eliminates the need for workers to climb the turbines, reducing the risk of falls and other accidents. Drones can capture high-resolution images and data that can provide a more detailed and accurate assessment of the condition of the wind.
One of the example of inspection analysis.
The use of drones in solar panel inspection is an innovative and effective solution. It is more accurate, as the high-resolution images and data captured by drones can provide a detailed analysis of any defects or damage, which can be used to determine the best course of action for repair.
See the thermal scanning.
Coming to drone surveillance, it has several advantages over traditional surveillance methods. Drone surveillance can be useful for various industries, government sectors, factories, gated communities, and villas for a variety of applications such as security and monitoring.
So this was a short introductory video of our training academy, India Drone Academy, which is headquartered at Hyderabad, and we are expanding our campuses pan India, and we provide the basic drone flying training plus the specialization courses on drones on various applications. Okay. So now this is the second video, which is that will give you a glimpse of construction project monitoring done by our company for DSR site. So this is just the short glimpse of it. With this, I would like to conclude this session because I could not show you more and more videos about our construction monitoring activities. This was just to give you a glimpse of our services and our involvement in the construction industry services. Okay, so we are providing services to the construction industries, and you know, construction industry is now becoming the first #1 user of this drone technology. They are getting benefited a lot. I have already shown you in the previous session where the survey was done, and the survey results from various companies have reported the level of use of the drones for various phases of construction project. Okay, so it is very helpful. You must all definitely should learn this technology so that you all can get benefited in your field. With this, I would like to give a pause to my this technical session. Thank you, guys. If there is any question, please post. We will definitely reply it. Okay. I would request Manu sir to please proceed with the
Yeah,
session.
thank you, Sumit, and thank you all for your wonderful participation. And if you want to look more about our projects, log on to our YouTube. You browse for IPAGEMS. I'm already texted on the chat box. Check that one. You will have more idea about the construction sectors related projects on the with the drones. Okay, with that one, I'd like to thank you once again to everyone. Thank you, Naveen. Thank you, Sumit. Thank you. See you all for next session.
Thank you so much. Thanks to each of the participants.